Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Applied Forensic Research Sciences. Myself Ayush Sherekar, volunteer of Applied Forensic Research Sciences. In our previous uploaded video, we have seen the injury and its type part 1. Now in this video, we are going to see the injury and its types part 2. The content of this topic that we are going to learn is introduction, mechanism of injury and the types of injury. Now let us move to the introduction. The injury is defined as any harm or damage to humans or animal body. The legal definition of an injury is an injury is a harm suffered by a person due to some act or omission done by another person and can generally give rise to a civil tort claim or a criminal prosecution. The wound is a type of an injury which happens relatively quickly, in which skin is torn, cut, etc. Now, if we see about the mechanism of an injury, on daily basis we do the exercise, running or walking, etc. So these are the various movements that our body possess, and it is because of the flexibility and elasticity of body. Hence, as if the limit of elasticity or flexibility due to the force is crossed, then wound or injury is supposed to be caused. See the types of injury. In part 1, we have discussed the details of mechanical and thermal injury, and now in this part 2, we are going to see the electrical, corrosive, and radiation injury. Now, let us see one by one. The third one, that is an electrical injury. An electrical injury is damage to the skin or internal organs when a person comes into direct contact with an electrical current. When the current passes through the body, a physiological reaction is caused which can harm and damage the tissue of the body. There are also the subtypes of electrical injury. So there are the four main types of electrical injuries that are: first is electrocution, also called as fatal; second is electrical shock; third is electrical burns; and fourth is the electrical fires. Such types of electrical injuries can be occurred due to direct contact with the exposed energized conductors or circuit parts. The first one is electrocution. It is a severe injury through which a person can lead to the death. When the direct contact with current is occurred, then in electrocution, current is directly delivered to the heart, due to which a person can be died. Next is the electric shock. When person comes into contact with electrical flow, then the electrical shock is caused. It is due to direct contact with a high voltage source. An electric shock can be a life threatening. An electric shock may directly cause death in three ways. First is paralysis of the breathing center in the brain. Second is paralysis of the heart. And the third is ventricular fibrillation, that is uncontrolled or extremely rapid twitching of the heart muscles. The third one is electrical burns. When the high voltage electricity passes or touches the skin, then the skin burns. Depends upon the degree of burns, there are three types of severity. First is the first degree burn, in which the burn is only to the outer layer of skin. They are red and painful and may cause some swelling. Second is the second degree burn. These are deeper and more severe. They cause blisters and skin is very red and splotchy. Third is the third degree burn. This causes damage to all layers of the skin down to the tissue underneath. The burnt skin looks white and charred. These burns may cause little or no pain because the nerves in the skin are destroyed. And the fourth and last one is electric fire. When electric current ignites the flammable material, then the electric fire is occurred. When a person is caused due to electric fire, then most of the tissues layer of skin get destroyed and causes a severe injury. Next type of injury is corrosive injury. An injury of mucocutaneous surface, example eyes, esophagus, skin, with tissue destruction due to direct contact with a strong acid coagulation necrosis or with a strong base liquefactive necrosis. In the given image, it is showing the normal skin and then corrosive injury occurred in skin. Corrosive ingestion is a common form of poisoning. Corrosive agents cause severe damage to the gastrointestinal tract. The most severe forms of injury can lead to the mortality. However, the major concerns with this type of injury is lifelong morbidity. Corrosives can damage any segment of the gastrointestinal tract. However, it most commonly affects the upper gastrointestinal tract comprising the oropharynx, larynx, esophagus and the stomach. Corrosive injuries of the gastrointestinal tract are mostly seen in accidental or suicidal intake of acids or alkalis. Accidental intake is more commonly seen in children, but whereas the suicidal intake is the usual cause in adults. First type of injury is a radiation injury. Radiation injury is caused when the person is in exposure to ionizing radiation such as gamma rays, X rays, alpha rays, etc. Large doses of ionizing radiation can cause acute illness by reducing the production of blood cells and damaging the tissue disruption. Such as example, being close to an atomic bomb blast can cause acute health effects such as skin burns and acute radiation syndrome. It can also result in long term health effects such as cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Radiation injury occurs in various forms, with each type dependent on the ionizing radiation involved, its penetrating ability, the portion of the body exposed, the duration of exposure, and the total dose. Radiation injury occurs most readily in tissues and organs consisting of rapidly proliferating cells. As for as example, the skin, the lining of the gastrointestinal tract, and the bone marrow, where progenitor cells multiply continuously to replace the mature cells that are constantly being lost through normal aging. The effects of radiation on those organs results primarily from the destruction of the progenitor cells and the consequent interference with the replacement of the mature cells, which is so vital to the maintenance of tissue structure and function. This was all about the injury and its types. Thanks for watching the video. Hope this information is helpful to you. Do like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel for latest update. Thank you.